All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to tackle something that, let's be honest, can be one of the most stressful things we ever do, finding a place to live. We're going to explore a new way of doing things, a system that promises to completely change the game of property negotiation, making it smarter, fairer, and just way less of a headache.
I mean, seriously, who doesn't? That constant awkward back and forth, the uncertainty, that nagging feeling that you might be getting ripped off, it's a pain we've all felt, whether it's your very first apartment or the house you've been saving up for.
So before we get to the fix, let's just sit with the problem for a second. Because the traditional way we go about securing a property is frankly a total nightmare. The whole system just feels broken, old-fashioned, and kind of stacked against you from the start.
Does any of this sound familiar? You spend hours, maybe even days haggling. You're hit with these confusing broker fees that seem to come out of nowhere, and you waste so much time on pointless phone calls only to hear that classic line, "Let me see what I can do," which, usually means you're never hearing from them again. It's just stressful.
Okay, but what if? What if we could just get rid of all of that? Imagine replacing it with something simple, digital, and completely transparent. Well, that's exactly the idea we're diving into today, a totally fresh take on how we bid for property.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. Look at the difference. We're moving away from the old way, which is stressful, confusing, and slow, and heading towards something that's transparent, digital, and fair. The big change here, we're cutting out all the unnecessary middlemen and just getting straight to the point.
So the magic behind all this is a concept called rental bidding, and it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Instead of some fixed price, you find a property you love and you just place an offer online. The owner sees it, other people might place offers, and eventually a fair price is found based on what people are actually willing to pay. Simple as that.
So how does this all work in the real world? You might hear the word bidding and think it's going to be complicated, but it's actually designed to be super easy. Let's just walk through the steps together real quick.
Okay, so step 1, you do a quick verification. The KYC thing, just to make sure everyone is who they say they are. Then, the fun part. You find your dream property. You literally just click Bid Now, type in your offer, and confirm it with a quick password they send to your phone. And the best part, you can track everything right from your own dashboard. It's all digital, secure, and right at your fingertips.
Now here's what I think is the most powerful part of this whole system. It's built on one core idea, complete and total transparency. And that, right there, is what changes everything for renters and owners.
And this quote just hits the nail on the head. This whole thing isn't about some ruthless, high-pressure competition. It's about creating a space where two sides can come together to find a price that feels genuinely fair for everyone. It stops being a battle and starts being a collaboration.
So why is transparency such a big deal? Well, for one, it puts you in the driver's seat. You get to decide what you're willing to pay. It also gets rid of those pushy brokers trying to talk you into something. And because everything is out in the open, it helps stop prices from being artificially jacked up. You get a fair deal based on real, actual demand.
Okay, so let's say you're sold on this idea and you're ready to jump in. How do you make sure you actually get the best deal? Let's go over a few practical tips to help you win.
Really, it all comes down to a few key things. First, do your homework. Know what the average prices are in the neighborhood you're looking at. Second, know your own budget and start with a bid you're truly comfortable with. And third, maybe the most important, keep those notifications turned on so you can act fast. If you've got your research, your budget, and you're ready to go, you're in a great position.
So if there's one single thing to take away from all of this, it's empowerment. This entire system is designed to take the power from this old, frustrating process and put it right back where it belongs, in your hands. You get the control, you get the information, and you get to make the best call for you.
And that kind of leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? As pretty much every other part of our lives becomes more digital, more transparent, and more focused on the user, is a system like this just inevitable?